What's something you tell yourself when life gets hard?
What do? I just try to chill out and remember some really dark days, and that things are better now than they were. So there's always dark times, and there are always times that you're sad, but you get over it because you know that there's a rainbow out there. There's the other side of the rainbow.
If you were to live in one place every single day, would you prefer New York, Hamptons, or Florida?
New York.
What quality in your husband was most important as a prospective husband to you?
That he could make a good living.
How do you feel about
Because don't forget, I didn't work.
Right.
And I definitely, he was the sole, for 80 years, he was the sole party to make a living. And you need a roof over your head.
Yeah.
You need food on the table. So
It's
that was
crazy
a very
how
big
important
quality. Well, it was a very
had
big.
to be.
It still is.
But
I would say still in most relationships, there is one person making the most money, and you depend on it. You have children, you have responsibilities.
But it does make sense why, especially like parents and grandparents are constantly like aware of that, because I think that did really have to do with your well-being if the person was making zero money.
Yeah.
Like if you were making zero money.
Then you couldn't have, yes, and you have so many of that. And they go on government assistance, and they have, people hopefully who can help them out. It's not an easy life out there if you don't have the ability to pay your rent. Nobody wants to live in a car. And many, many Americans do live in cars and do live in very substandard housing and have children who grow up without food. And so I think we have to know, if we're going to start a relationship with somebody, can we make a good couple to provide for ourselves and a future family? And if you don't see that happening, if a person is lazy or doesn't have any ambition, and you don't, and you care about it, then I would run away.
How do you feel about situationships?
What
That trend of not being boyfriend and girlfriend, but basically you get everything.
All right, we talked about that recently. No, I think it's too many categories. You're either with somebody or not. I don't, once you're really saying I'm dating you and not dating anybody else, I don't know what kind of situation. You don't have to be necessarily engaged or living together, but you have to say, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, I want to be with you alone. I don't want to still play the field. If somebody still wants to play the field, then don't put a label on that. Just, you're not together. Together is together.
The problem is when you are just seeing that person, and you're not dating other people, but you haven't labeled it yet.
Well, that
could happen for a really long time because you don't have the conversation of, will you be my girlfriend? And then you're just in a situation.
No, you are a girlfriend. Will you be my betrothed?
No. Like there's people I know who've been dating the same person. They're not dating anyone else for, let's say, 3 or 4 months now, but they haven't labeled it yet.
Oh, well,
so you would say they're in a
I can't answer
situationship.
that, Kim. Okay.
You
I
just
think
don't.
there are a lot of labels in this thing.
Yeah.